Welcome to the Career Brand Story Podcast, where we talk about your career, your brand, and your story. I'm Jeremy Tudor, career strategist, brand marketer, and storyteller that created the Career Brand Story method that has helped thousands of job seekers craft their career brand story for today's job market and land their dream job. Excited to have this episode today. It's a little bit of what we're calling Circle the Wagons, where we're just going to catch up on a couple of things that have been happening around the Career Brand Story team and let you know some things that are coming up. So, Jeb, it's good to see you. You've been traveling a lot, man.
Yeah, man. I've been all over the place. There's a Johnny Cash song. I've been everywhere, man. I don't know the rest of it, but I know there's that. Yeah, camping in Virginia.
You went to the mountains?
Went to the mountains.
How was that?
Yeah, it was fantastic. In fact...
where'd you camp at?
We were near Lexington, Virginia, and at the Natural Bridge KOA campground. We weren't roughing it. We were doing KOA so we could have a pool and all that, but it was beautiful facilities, and that part of Virginia, part of the country is just gorgeous. So,
all right, your roughing it and my roughing it are two very different definitions.
Probably so. You thought I was roughing it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, we felt like we were glamping a little bit. I mean, we were tent camping, but we had, we had like an extra 10 by 10 canopy and, stove and all kinds of stuff to cook with and a pool to walk to and showers to walk to. So it didn't feel like roughing it to us.
And live chickens that just walked right to the grill.
Yeah, there are chickens around there that you can actually buy little ice cream cones to feed them. They've got some chicken feed up there. You can feed them. And
that's really fun.
So it was a good time.
Yeah. And then you went down to Florida?
Florida to visit my father-in-law and just crash at his house for a week. It seems like every house in Florida has a pool. I know that's not true, but it seems that way to an outsider.
Yeah.
And so we just crashed there and swam in his pool and hung out with family, caught up. Good times. In fact, yesterday was my first full day back in the office because we got back and it was, 4th of July weekend and all that. So I'm ready to retire.
Cool. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you were retiring.
It felt like
you got called back.
Well, I have been reading Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, and he talks about this concept of mini retirements. And, I was trying to embrace that a little bit.
Good for you. I've been watching everyone take summer vacations, and I'm pretty envious because, it's something we need to do. And I think everyone this year, just trying to make up for lost time last year.
Yeah.
So, but I really do want to take one, but we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. My wife, Christy, and I keep talking about it, and we're like, we got some things happening, some big transitions that need to happen first. And so we're like, okay, let's get there, and then we can kind of talk about it. So we will be on vacation when everybody else is back to work kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they will be wishing they were on vacation while we are on vacation. So,
it was actually important to me that we left on a weekday, not to beat traffic or anything. But this may sound a little mean-spirited. This isn't following Career Brand Story kindness principles. But we, back when I first left my corporate career and started working for myself, it's always been a thing. I want to be going somewhere fun while everybody else is driving to work. So we waited and left on a Monday morning so that we could just feel so much cooler than we really are.
Yeah.
And we felt it.
Yeah. That's that moment am I superior to everybody else? I think there's a TikTok video like that goes around.
Yeah. It felt that way for a few minutes, and then, reality kicks in that we're on a super tight budget, and people who
traveling
have
on I-95.
Yeah. People who have quote unquote real jobs have even nicer camera equipment than I have, and I'm a professional photographer. So
right.
Budget begins.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. I'm looking forward to some downtime eventually too. You can't thrive in your life, do what you love without it. So
right.
I've got to practice what I preach too. So it will come. It will happen.
That's right. Yeah. You got to have a life to thrive in.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, I mean, we really are just kind of circling the wagons here today. So it's kind of like some random like popcorn topics that are popping up that we just kind of wanted to let our listeners in on, of some things happening, some things coming up, and within each of them, they're kind of exciting, actually.
Yeah, and I'm just excited that we're calling this Circle the Wagons. I've been wanting to do a jargon episode for a while. And I guess that's only one piece of jargon, but it seems wrong that a career podcast doesn't have more jargon.
Yeah, we should do like special episodes. They're just the jargon episodes.
That's what I thought. I've thought about instituting like a water cooler time to every episode where we just kind of like cover water cooler conversation, you know? Talk about the hot goss.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
What is the hot goss?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah,
we got to bring in Abby and McKay and Christy to find out the hot goss.
Are they the source? They're the source for hot goss. I mean, my hot goss is like
they're the source.
That, you know, Taco Bell discontinued something more than anything else. I don't know anything about celebrities.
Yeah. No, I don't either. I did follow a little bit about Free Britney. Sounds really bad.
Oh, it does sound bad.
But yeah, but I struggled because then after her big stand, she was in Hawaii enjoying her life. So that's probably judgmental of me. I don't know.
That's controversial. We're going to get some fan mail, some hate mail.
I know, right?
But that brings me to my next thing, is I think that we should have, a mailroom segment and be answering letters, emails,
all the hate mail,
tweets, DMs, and stuff from our listeners a little more often.
Yeah.
But hey, we're going to talk about that anyway on this episode. That's one of our topics.
Yeah, it actually is. Well, so should I go with topic number 1?
Let's just start with topic number 1 in the script. All
right. So topic number 1 is, this has been coming for a long time. I won't say a long time. It's been in the works for about 12 months, though.
Jeremy, long time.
My family. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. It was a long-term vision plan. Oh gosh, yeah. So we are moving. Career Brand Story. So currently, let me say this for our listeners for context. So Career Brand Story started in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is going into our 4th year. And for about 2.5 years, we have been located in Johnson City, Tennessee. So my family decided to make a move, a fresh start. Really didn't have anything to do about the business because our clients are national and we work with them virtually. And we even have a couple international clients that we've worked with. So it didn't really matter where we moved to. So we made a move to Johnson City, Tennessee. We've been enjoying the Appalachian Mountains a lot. So if you follow me like on Instagram or TikTok, you've seen some of my hiking videos with one of my daughters. It's just been really great. During our time here, Christy, my wife, was taking a cohort over in Nashville. And actually, we celebrated our 40th birthdays over in Nashville, too. That was kind of the first time. It wasn't the first time I've been in Nashville, but it was the second time I've been in Nashville where I really visited and experienced it. And so we kind of went over there several times this year, and we just really enjoy it over there. It's a lot bigger market. About 700,000 people call Nashville home. And it's centrally located, and it's just a premier location. The cost of doing business is nearly 10% lower than the U.S. average. Great educated workforce, and it's a region that offers a lot of competitive advantages, to relocating, expanding the business. And so we are anticipating getting fully settled over in Nashville somewhere. The earliest will be September. The latest will be October.
That's soon. Yeah. We're recording this on July 8th. So that'll be quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm a little overwhelmed, a little scared, but I'm mostly excited. And once we can kind of settle and know exactly, get our housing figured out, I know that we'll feel a lot better about it. So, yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, and the music ain't too bad over there, I hear, either.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm a Taylor Swift fan. So, again, if she happens to be listening and knows I'm moving to Nashville and she wants to, have a little dinner party with my
dinner
family.
party? I thought you were going to see if she wanted to collab on your next release.
Collab? What really, if she just wants me to drive her around for an afternoon in Nashville, I'll do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I don't got anything better going on.
So reiterating, Career Brand Story lives strong. You're just packing up, taking it to Nashville.
Yeah, and actually it positions us to become stronger. And part of that is nothing really changes for how we currently serve our customers because, again, everything we do virtually. So you're a current client, you've been a past client, you're thinking about being a future client, you're going to get the same great services that we provide today. What we are excited about in this move, and this is the strategic part about it, is the opportunities to grow our service offerings, and particularly our newest talent mobility program to corporations. As well, Christy, my wife, is launching her brand that will be focusing on Enneagram coaching.
That's fantastic. I'm really excited for you guys. And us.
I'm excited too.
I'm a part of the team, but I'm not moving to Nashville. I'm staying here in beautiful Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina, which, for listeners, that's near Raleigh, North Carolina. But yeah, you said, everything's virtual, so it works out.
But it does mean trips for you to Nashville.
Which I'm all for. I love Nashville.
Yeah.
I used to work for Gaylord Entertainment, the company that runs the Opry and the big
You ever been
hotels.
in those hotels? The big hotels over there? Those are incredible.
They are, yeah. I stayed in one in high school for a beta convention. Had these talent shows that we would put on, and our national beta convention was there. It's a good time.
Wow. Yeah. And I should say, McKay Leslie, who's a project manager, who's worked with us for 2 years, still working with us. Abby Hook, who is a project manager, still working with us. We actually have 2 new people that have started working with us and career writing. So our team has actually even grown and is going to continue to grow, and we're all really excited about how we're going about doing it.
Awesome.
So
that's good news.
So that's topic number 1. That's a water cooler conversation.
There it is.
Did you hear what the CEO said? They're moving.
They're moving to Nashville. That's
I wonder if Brenda's going to move with them.
I think she will. I think it's in her contract.
Yeah, probably.
So what's our next bit of news on this circling the wagons conversation?
So I'm actually really excited about this, and this is kind of an intro for what's coming in just the next few weeks. And I was like, because kids are going to start back to school, and so everyone's getting in that mindset. Listen, there really is this whole expectation of this talent tsunami, and I can tell you, based on the work volume that has come into us during May and June, I believe that's already started. And so we thought this is a great time to go back to the basics. So over the next 3 podcasts, this is go to Target, go buy you a notepad, a notebook, right?
Yeah.
Get a number 2 pencil or pen and a ruler if you want to use a ruler. I don't know why you would use a ruler, but whatever tools you need, Elmer's glue, maybe some glitter, get your stuff ready for these episodes, because we're going to go back to the basics. We're going to talk about how you craft your market ready resume. And, before we kind of we've walked you top to bottom through a resume. Here's what we're really going to focus in on. How do you identify those keywords, and how do you actually write good accomplishments? And in fact, if you want us to write one of your accomplishments on the podcast, you can email me at jeremy@careerbrandstory, or leave us a comment on YouTube or any of our social medias, private message, whatever, however you need to get that to me. But if you want us to write out your accomplishment, here's what you got to do. Give me a challenge, give me the action, and give me the result, and I will write out your accomplishment live on our podcast.
Challenge, accomplishment,
action,
and result. It's car.
And result.
Challenge,
yes.
Action, result, car. So send that to jeremy@careerbrandstory.com, and he'll write it out live on the podcast, or maybe on your TikTok or something.
Yeah, we'll put it everywhere.
Awesome. And going back, so you started this off by mentioning this phrase, talent tsunami. And for a guy who's in the trenches of it every day, you know what that means. But for our listeners, talent tsunami is what? It's referring to the fact that people are talking about finding new work. Like they've been in the pandemic, and now they're talking about leaving their current jobs or finding new jobs, or tell us what that's about.
Yeah, a quarter of the workforce in a recent survey said that as the pandemic decreases, they're going to make a move. And so we've not seen that type of level in a very long time where people are like, I'm making a move. And my personal opinion of this, why people are making and thinking about that move, is you fell into 3 buckets last year. You either into the bucket because of that you got laid off or furloughed, so you have to make a change, right? Or you got into the bucket that you ended up working at home. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't like it. Now things are starting to reopen. You have to go back into the office. Maybe you like that idea, maybe you don't, right? And so there's people out here who I'm watching, even on TikTok, they're so frustrated because they're telling us we have to come back to work 2 days a week, 3 days a week. It's going to be 5 days a week, right? It's yeah, you're probably right. But
they're going to get us again.
So some people are and some people are just I'm not doing that. And so they're reevaluating their skills, they're reevaluating their opportunities, and saying, this is an opportunity for me to make a move. And the third bucket is, I think that some people just got home and they actually had enough downtime, and maybe even a little bit of less stress or enough Netflix binge watching, that they kind of thought, well, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going with all of this? And trying to make a decision I think right now is an opportunity for me to do something different. I'm not just going to stay where I am. So I think you're in one of those 3 buckets. And the majority of the clients that we have helped over the last 2 months, in fact, I would say there's probably only about 2 or 3 that are actually without jobs. Everybody else is in a job, and they're just thinking about, it's time for me to make a move.
Yeah. Well, good.
So that's what's coming. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for them.
But, there's 2 things with that. I think that the job economy, as it's coming back, it is, the job seekers market. It's yours to have. At the same time, with that amount of people coming back, it is also going to make it a very competitive market.
Yeah.
And this is why you've got to have your career brand story really put together, really effective.
Got to get your beat together.
Yeah, so let's go back to the basics. Let's help you figure out how to really craft a really effective market-ready resume. Again, we're going to really focus on the keywords and the accomplishments. We're also going to talk about how you curate your LinkedIn personal brand. And I think a lot of people treat LinkedIn almost like the electronic resume and forget that it's a social media platform. And I think it's really important to realize and remember it's a social media platform. It's meant to promote your personal brand. So we're going to talk about that. Again, I don't remember what episode it was that we did all about LinkedIn.
I don't remember it on the fly, but I know we did it. You can scroll through our archives and find it.
Yeah, and so again, we kind of went top to bottom on the LinkedIn piece, but this one we're going to really just focus in on the personal brand piece and how you can really do that within your profile. So, and then we're going to spend an episode talking about your story pitch and also your virtual story. And honestly, I think this is probably, for me, more important than even resume and LinkedIn. So many times everyone thinks that the resume is the most important thing. But when you network and when you start interviewing and they're like, all right, tell me about yourself, the last thing you want to do is like,
right.
Right? You've got to have a solid story put together that you can really, sell yourself in. And so it's really important not only just to get your thoughts together around it, get a story pitch outline put together, but also practice it. And then the thing that we really started pushing into last year, we beta test this, and now we fully offer this in our career brand story packages, is the opportunity to take that story pitch and turn it into a 2 to 3 minute short video, which we call your virtual story. So if you go out here and you apply to any job, right, you are one of 250 people that have applied to that job. But if you know the recruiter or a hiring manager or some type of decision maker in the company, and you can go email them the story, with your virtual video, your virtual story, we know that there is a 26% increase in open rate when there's a video attached in your email. And so you're essentially sending them a 2 to 3 minute video where they get to watch you and they get to see you and hear you and feel your energy. And you just gain the attention away from all 249 other people that have applied for the same job for you.
Yeah.
And, I can't think of a better way in the current market to be able to gain people's attention. Last night on TikTok, there was another career coach that was talking about, there's a thing right now, TikTokresumes.com. And so there's companies that are encouraging people to make video resumes on TikTok, and you can put the link right in there and people can watch and see you. I think we'll get into this conversation when we talk about it, because the video interviewing idea continues, I think, to, keeps coming up and introducing itself and making some traction. And there's a wide spectrum of, ideas and thoughts of what that video resume should look like. I personally think, and it's not just because I'm a raving fan of what we do at Career Brand Story, but I really honestly think that what we produce for our clients will become one of the standard, stars of how you should do the types of videos that we're talking about in your virtual story.
Yeah. And I mean, even if it doesn't blow up as a trend in hiring or anything, it's showing that you're really putting in the effort. You're not just ticking off the usual boxes. You're really putting in some effort to stand out and to, beyond just winning favor and being noticeable, you're really sharing your personal brand and giving people a taste of what it'd be like to work with you. It's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, and all of our clients, they aren't always using them just as like a video resume. They, I think our approach may be slightly different in the fact that we're saying the marketing strategy behind the video is as an introduction, right?
Yeah.
It's a way to gain attention. And so that's going to be a really interesting conversation actually to get into. I'm pretty excited about that one as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was supposed to be a short thing, and we're already 25 minutes in. We've got 2 more points.
Is it because I'm talking too much?
We both are. We get excited about this. Like, A, we love
exciting,
podcasting
right?
days, and B, this is the stuff that we like to do. So we'll take a deep breath.
All right.
And head on to our next big topic.
The third thing is we are introducing, gosh, there's so many exciting things. Just exciting. It really is. All right. We're moving to Nashville. We're talking about back to basics, and this is really exciting too.
Wait a minute.
We are introducing.
Wait a minute. Don't say it yet.
What?
You're getting so excited that you're clipping. I need you to turn your gain down just a little bit. This is the joy of virtually producing podcasts, friends.
All right. Is that better?
That is better.
That better? Okay.
Come. All right.
I'll try not to get too excited, but I'm that excited.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. And the third thing is...
Do you have any sound effects for this one?
Oh, man. Let me see. Let me see what I got. I got some cheesy sound effects over here somewhere. Oh, here we go. The third thing is...
a new subscription service.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, man. That's good. That's going to make everyone sign up.
Sound like morning drive DJs.
Watch that traffic.
Start screaming, "Get the lead out."
Oh, man. Well, so here's the deal. We do have a new subscription service coming. McKay is going to drop by on the next show to talk more about this. This has really kind of become her baby. And I'm really excited about this because it continues to cultivate a community with all of you. And honestly, we're so thankful for each of you who listen and participate in this community, this conversation with us around your career and your brand and your story. The subscription service that we are going to be launching is a place for us to talk about things, not just here on the podcast, but to continue the conversation. We'll be doing special offerings. You'll get like a weekly live time with me. We're going to offer like bonus podcast episodes. So it's just really cool. The possibilities are endless on this. And so I'm super excited about that. And the subscription service, I'm going to wait to save this and let McKay talk about this, but there's a really great special offering when you sign up for this.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Now, and just to be clear to the folks who are listening now and in the future, the current podcast, as you know it, is not moving to a subscription service. This podcast remains free. We'll have it on our YouTube channel. It'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're talking about some bonus content that's coming in the subscription service.
Yeah. So super exciting. So McKay will drop by next show and we'll talk about it there a little bit more. Give you all the details. And the goal is, oh man, do I say the date? I hate to say the date.
Let's not say the date.
So I'm not going to say the date.
We're just going to say
you're right.
We're working on it.
We're close. We're close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're close. Not close. Like not 6 months away, not 3 months away. Like it's going to happen. So
don't jinx yourself, guy.
I know. Now it's got to happen.
Now it's got to happen. You've said
McKay's
it.
fired. Just fired McKay on the podcast.
It's not true, McKay.
You better show up Tuesday and work.
All right. So that's a great segue.
I talked to her on the phone.
Into our fourth point.
Yes.
Which is we have a new...
Yeah, you want to...
Yeah. Our point number 4...
You want to announce this one.
Yeah. We have a new Career Brand Story YouTube channel. So you no longer have to go find Jeremy Tudor to find our podcasts. Yeah, that excites.
That was my sound effect.
Jeremy, it excites me. So we are asking you, everybody, to please go to the new Career Brand Story YouTube channel and subscribe. Now, I would love to say that it's an easy URL. It's not right now because we have to have 100 subscribers before we can change the name of it. So what we're asking you to do is to go to youtube.com, search for Career Brand Story, 3 words, and find the little subscribe button. The easiest way to get there would be just go to careerbrandstory.com and click on the YouTube icon at the top right of the page. There is this like grayish blue box that says subscribe on. And then you see the icon for Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the third one is the YouTube play button icon. If you click that, that'll take you right to our new channel, and you can subscribe to our channel there. We'd really appreciate it. For now, we're going to keep all the episodes up until the last episode on our Jeremy Tudor YouTube channel. As we slowly, migrate the older episodes in. But from here on out, the new YouTube channel is where to watch our podcasts if you're a podcast watcher. And as always, if you're a listener, you can find us pretty much everywhere that podcasts play. And, while I'm on this topic, I would ask, go ahead and go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a nice review. That helps us to get heard by more listeners. Which helps more people be able to thrive in their life and do what they love.
Yeah, and stay subscribed to the Jeremy Tudor YouTube channel too.
Right. Yes. Yeah, we're not asking you to unsubscribe.
Yeah, there's going to be different things that happen there in the future. Not right away, but later down the road. So
correct.
Just to clarify.
Yeah.
So, gosh, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah,
that's a big circle of the wagon. Whew.
A lot of circling going on.
A lot of circling happening. So, it's so exciting. Wouldn't it be cool if we got 100 subscribers to YouTube, and we got 100 people that subscribe to the new subscription program, just to kick things off right for our community?
That would be fantastic.
And it's possible.
That's a great goal. That's a great first step goal. So please, please go subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. So that's really cool. Well, from all those announcements.
Speaking of subscribing, I think you're about to say we have people who help us make this podcast possible. Our advertisers and sponsors.
Yeah, we do. And I'm actually sitting live in Enter Your Fellowship's living room doing this podcast because to make our move happen to Nashville, we physically closed down our office here in Johnson City, Tennessee. And so today was the day where we were recording, and this was the most convenient location. So stopped by here and decided to film in their living room. So if you're watching this is part of where you live, which is a pretty awesome place. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty cool setup. So check out Enter Your Fellowship. If you are a college graduate or you're in college and at least 21 years old, if you're seeking to understand how to best participate given your unique gifts, talents, and desires, look, maybe because of COVID and stuff, you just sat out of school for a year, and maybe even now you're thinking like, do I continue with it? Or what are you trying to do? Well, take an intentional gap year to gain clarity. They're accepting for the 21-22 year. You can still get in. They actually start in August, so you've still got time. It's a small window, but you got time. And apply. It's a year-long program, and you can check out and find out more about them. Go to enteryour.org/apply. It's got the application, all the information there. Tim Baumgardner, the director of Enter Your, would love to talk to you about the program, and so let's close the gap together. All right. So, Jeb, we mentioned some different places that people can find Career Brand Story and me. Mm-hmm. Where can people find you?
As always, you can find me on my website at jebgraff.com. That's JEBBGRAFF. And then my handle on all social media is at jebgraff.
And you can find me on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just search for Jeremy Tudor. On Instagram, I'm at Jeremy T. Tudor. Gosh, there's going to be changes there too. So many changes happening. But for right now, I'm at Jeremy T. Tudor. And while you listen to the podcast, because that is what a podcast is for, please go to our Career Brand Story YouTube channel and subscribe. And you can watch us there. I think it's fun to actually watch us. I love the new opening to our podcast that you did, Jeb.
Thanks.
It's just fun to watch, you know? So I really actually enjoy watching our episodes. And so check that out. And if you're on TikTok, join me over there at Jeremy Tudor. I'd love for you to be connecting with you over there as well. So that's it.
That's it.
I guess I usually say thanks for tuning in and keep thriving.
And there you have it.
All right. So much for a short one.
If you're interested in advertising your business on our podcast, we advertise for local and national companies. Contact mckay@careerbrandstory.com for more information. That's MCCAY@careerbrandstory.com.